The Onion. You know it, you love it, you trust it more than CNN and Fox put together. For years, everybody's favorite satirical news outlet has taken world events both great and small and given them a classic humorous twist. But as they'll be the first to admit, they're in danger of going out of business due to not being able to make up dumber headlines than what's really happening. While I'm firmly in the camp that says the world will never be without a need for their iconic brand of journalism, it is hard to miss their point about the state of things. If you want proof, you need look no further than the AI race. For reasons that will eternally be outside of my comprehension, as well as that of anybody with two brain cells to rub together, our society has become bent on outsourcing as much as humanly possible to computer intelligences so that we can have more time for valuable things like chores and jobs. Gee, where have I heard this before? But now, dear viewer, it appears that even the AI supporters are getting sick of it. Check out this thought-provoking Threads post. Now, those of us who prefer to live in reality have gotten pretty frustrated trying to state our case over the past couple of years because there are such asinine arguments from the other side that we don't even know how to refute them. You know, things like AI generated trash is not an unholy amalgamation of better art made by real humans who took the time and pain to learn how to make it, as well as tough noogies to those who don't use it. Worse still is the overwhelming apathy from people who just don't have a horse in the race. At least, that's been my opinion up until this video. Now I see that I was wrong. Clearly, generative AI software is the future of entertainment, and those at the forefront of this creative revolution will go down in history as the face of a movement, true heroes of our age. So I can't for the life of me understand what this person is so upset about. Don't they understand that AI platforms are trained on ethically sourced, publicly available materials whose creators have given express permission for their work to be used and are being paid the appropriate royalties? Why can't they see that AI lends a helping hand to those who otherwise wouldn't be able to engage with the creative world? I mean, surely people who can't even afford a notebook and a package of colored pencils can float a multi-hundred-dollar electronic device and an internet connection. Besides, as we all know, once you put your art out into the world, it doesn't belong to you in any facet anymore. A soulless digital engine plundering the sum of humanity's expression is exactly the same as a 14-year-old taking notes from a Van Gogh painting of which they stand in awe. Obviously, this person is a Luddite who is afraid to get left behind because the skills they've spent their entire life honing are now made irrelevant in the modern age and will be consigned to the annals of history. That's no way to behave. Gatekeeping the creative world isn't a good look, you know. If you tried to be a little more open-minded to some rando using the piracy machine to beat up your art in an alley and rifle through its pockets for loose images and phrases, you might even have some fun. So stop being such a miserable, lonely grunt and get with the times. Expert, you diabolical dictator of diatribe, go some imaginary devil's advocate. Why do we need to be hearing about your opinions on AI? Well, for one thing, you already tune in to know my thoughts about natural stupidity, so why should this be any different? But I get what you mean. AI seems mostly to be a boon for the art and music world, so why is a film and TV review slash writing channel talking about it? Well, dear viewer, it's because the war is already at the threshold. With the exponential rise of AI since 2024, it's gotten so practiced that certain revolutionary individuals have taken the liberty of generating entire films with insightful, wordy prompts that are much more impressive than practical effects and human performances. I mean, I figured we'd at least go through the middle hoop of AI-built scripts before this step, but here we are. Hooray! 3 cheers for that guy at your job who can't even tell you what an AD is and suddenly decided he's the next Steven Spielberg. You know what the best thing about that is? It's so much better for the environment. After all, the entertainment industry has a massive carbon footprint, even though nobody can really pinpoint a specific source besides transportation to filming locations. How fortuitous, then, that today we have online programs that allow us to conserve the most precious of our natural resources, such as space that could be used for literally anything else besides ugly data centers and, of course, water. That's right. Truly, there is no better use for life-sustaining cure-all liquid than preventing a hunk of metal from spazzing out because of too much creativity. All this put together means that we're looking at a much better age of filmmaking as an art and as a business than the one we've left behind in the 2010s. As such, it is our opportunity, nay our obligation, to shout from the rooftops and the streets and everywhere online to the point that people can't escape us and even those who would have agreed with us otherwise are steered away, to share this truth with the world. AI is good. AI is your friend. AI is the future. AI is life. One more thing for all the people who are about to chime in the comments with something along the lines of, "You're missing the larger point of artificial intelligence." No, no, I am not. Look, I can be borderline Amish in my mindset sometimes, and I'll be the first person to admit that. If I had my way, we'd all go back to using the barter system in physical media. But that's just my personal opinion. I recognize that time moves on, and so does the world, so I'm sure there are perfectly legitimate uses for it in the society we fashion for ourselves. The problem comes in using it for everything. If an AI algorithm can detect cancer cells in infants, that is wonderful news I am all for. Surely you can see how that is fundamentally not the same as getting a 10-second clip of the Gotham Rogues Gallery as a 90s sitcom. Let me put it to you this way. You ever seen Wall-E? Floaty chairs are in the future if we lean into this path. I, for one, will have no part in it, and I encourage the rest of you to have an honest think about whether you will either. I want AI to do my job and my chores so that I have more time for my school and my hobbies, not the other way around. Point of all this being, now would probably be a good time to rewatch Terminator 2.